Hello students, welcome to maths class. Today we are going to start with the new topic, unitary method. Objectives of this topic are introduction, direct variation method and indirect variation method. Today we will start with introduction part and direct variation method. Students, before starting with our today's topic, let's recall some of the examples which we have already done in our previous classes. First one is, if cost of 1 pen is rupees 10, find the cost of 5 pens. In this question, cost of 1 pen is given rupees 10. We need to find the cost of 5 pence. We know if cost of one thing is given to us, we can get the cost of as many as things as we require by the method of multiplication. As done here, 1 pen cost rupees 10, and if the number of pens increases, cost will also increase. Here more will come, more means multiply. If 1 pen cost is equal to rupees 10, then 5 pens cost is equal to rupees 10 multiplied by 5. That is, multiplying the cost of 1 pen by the 5 pens that we require, we get the answer, that is rupees 50. Let's discuss one more example. If cost of 5 pens is rupees 50, find the cost of 1 pen. This example is opposite from the previous example. Here we have given cost of 5 pens is rupees 50. We need to find the cost of 1 pen. Students, we know these type of questions can be solved by divide method. Here 5 pens cost is 50. We need to find 1 pen cost. If number of pens reduces, cost will also reduce. Here less will come, less means divide. So if 5 pens cost is equal to rupees 50, then 1 pen cost is equal to 50 divided by 5. Rupees 10 is our answer. So these are the examples which we have already done in our earlier classes under the topic multiplication and division. Now let's move towards another type of problem. Here statement is, if cost of 5 pens is rupees 50, find the cost of 10 pens. Here we have given cost of 5 pens is rupees 50. We need to find the cost of 10 pens. Students, this example is little bit different from the previous discussed examples. In those examples, either we have given a cost of 1 unit or we need to find the cost of 1 unit. Now, let's discuss how we will solve this type of problem. Table of this problem will look like this. Here 5 pens cost is 50. We need to find the 10 pens cost. But for finding the 10 pens cost, firstly we find the cost of 1 pen. And we know that method. Here number of pens reduces, less will come, less means divide. Then by using this cost of 1 pen, we will find the cost of 10 pens. Pens increases, cost will also increase. Here more will come, more means multiply. So a method in which firstly we find 1 unit in order to solve the question further is called as unitary method. Students, under the unitary method, we will discuss two types. First one is direct variation method. Second is indirect variation method. Let's start with the first type, that is direct variation. Let's understand it with the help of this table. In this table, first column shows time in hours and in second column distance in kilometer is written. As you all are observing here, for 1 hour distance is 50, 2 hours distance is 100, for 3 it become 150 and for 4 it become 200. Here we are observing as with the increase in time, distance also increases. So these type of situations in which increase in one quantity results in the corresponding increase in other is called as direct variation. Let's think about some more examples of direct variation. Here, increase in number of articles, increase in the cost. It's obvious, if we buy one pencil, its cost is ₹5, and if we buy 5 or more pencils, its cost increases. Second is increase in number of members increases the consumption of food. More members in the family, more food we cook. Let's move towards another examples. More workers, more work done in same time. More time, more distance covered if speed is same. One more example is there. More amount deposited in bank, more interest we get. Similarly, you can think about many such examples of direct variation from your surroundings. Now, let's move towards the questions of direct variation. First example is 3 kg of sugar cost ₹150. What will be the cost of 15 kg of sugar? Here, firstly, we will underline terms which are given to us and circle the terms which are need to find. Here, 3 kg of sugar cost ₹150 is given. What will be the cost? What we need to find? Cost of 15 kg of sugar. In order to find the questions of this type, first step is to write down the information given in question in tabular form. Here you have to keep one thing in mind, is that on left hand side you are supposed to write down the information which is given, and on right hand side you are supposed to write down the information which you need to find. It will be clear from the statement only. Here statement is what will be the cost. We need to find the cost of 15 kg of sugar. Amount of sugar is given, so I have written sugar. On left hand side, units of sugar is kg, so I have written in kg. Need to find the cost, so on right hand side you will write cost. Units of the cost is rupees, so in rupees. After that we will substitute the values in a table. Here we have given 3 kg of sugar cost 150. So in the starting of the table I have written under the sugar column 3 kg cost is 150. We need to find the 15 kg of sugar. Here we will use unitary method. For that method, firstly we need to find the cost of 1 kg. When we move from 3 kg towards 1 kg, amount of sugar decreases, cost will also decrease. Here less will come, less means divide. Then we need to find the 15 kg, so I have written 15 here. When we move from 1 kg towards 15 kg, amount increases, cost will also increase. Here more will come, more means multiply. Now let's move towards the calculation part. Here 3 kg cost is given, so let's start from it. If 3 kg of sugar cost rupees 150, then after that we'll find the cost of 1 kg by dividing. Then 1 kg of sugar cost is equal to 150 divided by 3. On dividing 150 by 3, 150 and 3 get cancelled and we got rupees 50. After that move towards 15 kg of sugar. Therefore 15 kg of sugar cost is equal to rupees 50 multiplied by 15. On multiplying 50 by 15 we'll get the answer rupees 750. Here we multiplied cost of 1 kg of sugar with the required amount of the sugar, that is 15 kg. This is the required answer. Now let's discuss one more example. Here statement is Mohit takes 7 steps in covering a distance of 2.8 meter. What distance will he cover in 56 steps? Here we have given 7 steps in covering a distance of 2.8 meter. What distance? That means we required to find here distance will he cover in 56 steps. Here first step is to write down information in tabular form. Here we need to find the distance for 56 steps. Distance we need to find and steps are given to us. So on left hand side we write down the given items, steps we will write, and distance which we are required to find should be written on the right hand side. Steps have no units. Units of the distance in the question is meter, so I have written in meter. Firstly we have given 7 steps in covering a distance of 2.8 meter. So I have written under the steps 7 steps, distance 2.8 meter. We need to find distance for 56 steps, but we know before finding 56 steps we'll find distance for 1 step. And we know when we move from 7 steps towards 1 step, if steps decreases, distance will also decrease. Less will come, less means divide. And then from 1 we will shift towards 56. Steps increases, distance also increases. Here more will come, more means multiply. Now let's move towards the calculation part. Here 7 steps, distance is 2.8. If 7 steps, distance is equal to 2.8 meter. After that 1 step, then 1 step distance we get by dividing 2.8 by 7. Here I have written 2.8 by 7. You can do the calculation here also, or you can do the calculation in next step to decrease your calculation. Now after that we need to find the distance for 56 steps. Therefore 56 steps distance is equal to that we will get by multiplying distance of 1 step into number of steps. Distance of 1 step is 2.8 by 7 multiplied by 56. Now on doing the calculation, 7 and 56 cancels with one another. 7 8s are 56. We are left with 2.8 multiplied by 8. On multiplying 2.8 into 8 we get the answer 22.4 meter, which is the required answer, that is the distance covered in 56 steps. Students, let's discuss one more example. Statement is 22 potatoes weigh 2 kg 200 grams. How many potatoes weigh 400 grams? Here we have given 22 potatoes weigh 2 kg 200 gram. We need to find how many potatoes. We need to find the number of potatoes for the weight 400 grams. Here first step is to write down information in tabular form. Here we need to find the number of potatoes for the weight 400 grams. So we will write down weight on left hand side and potatoes on right hand side. Weight is given, potatoes we need to find. Here units of the weight for which we need to find the potatoes is grams, so I have written in grams. Potatoes have no units, so I have written no units. Students, this example is little bit different from the previous examples. Here we have given 22 potatoes weigh 2 kg 200 grams, but we need to find the potatoes for 400 grams. So potatoes for which we need to find units are grams. So we will first convert given units into the grams. So on right hand side we will do the calculation and convert 2 kg 200 grams into grams. We know 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. 2 kg, 2 multiplied by 1000 grams, we get 2000 grams. 200 grams are already given to us, so we will add that 200 grams into the 2000 grams and we get 2200 grams. So here we have given 22 potatoes weigh 2 kg 200 grams. Now 2 kg 200 grams are converted into 2200 grams. So under the weight we will write down 2200 instead of 2 kg 200 grams. Potatoes are 22 and we need to find the potatoes for the 400 gram. But before that we will find the potatoes for the 1 gram. We know when we move towards 1 gram, if weight reduces, potatoes also reduces. Here less will come, less means divide. After that we will move towards 400 gram. If weight increases, number of potatoes also increases, more will come, more means multiply. Now we will move towards the calculation part. Here 2200 gram weight, potatoes are 22, so let's start from it. If 2200 gram weight potatoes is equal to 22, then for 1 gram, then 1 gram weight is potatoes is equal to, by dividing 22 by 2200 we get the number of potatoes. So here I have written 22 divided by 2200. You can do calculation here or you can do calculation in the next step also. After that move towards 400 grams. Therefore 400 gram weight potatoes is equal to, potatoes we get by multiplying potatoes for the 1 gram into 400 grams. So 22 by 2200 multiplied by 400. On simplification, zeros and zeros cancels with one another, 22 and 22 cancels with one another, we are left with 4 potatoes, which is the required answer. So 400 gram weight potatoes is equal to 4. Students, I hope you have understood with the concept of unitary method and direct variation method and questions on the basis of the direct variation method. Now you are able to do the related work which we have sent to you in a snap homework. Thank you, students.